Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So the purpose of this video is to provide you with information regarding what exactly a twin flame is, a twin flame connection. I do know there's a lot of great videos out there, and the information that I'm going to give to you is things that I have experienced on my own, and in addition to that, through meditation and through my angel guide helping me, it's information that may not be so public. So I am going to provide you with normal, everyday things that people know about twin flames, but I'm also going to inform you of certain things you may not have known. All right. So what is a twin flame? When what we call God, when the Holy Light created a soul for the purpose of turning into either a person or an animal, we're dealing with people here, so the soul is for a person. The essence of that soul, in fact, does have various elements that are attached to the human body. The human body has different elements in it. What's traditionally known as a twin flame could also be called a fire twin. So there is a part of your soul when it is formed and when it's created. A part of it has fire. And God split this fire in half. One half is what we call the divine masculine, and the other is the divine feminine. Because it's fire, there is much more passion and drive for this type of a connection. Similarly, we do have what you can call an earth twin, where the earth element in you is very much attuned to someone else, similar to how a twin flame is created. You have an earth twin. You also have a water twin. And then you have an air twin. This information is brought to you by my angel, Angel Fakiel. So she has informed me of these things, and it is absolutely amazing. I had no idea. And it makes sense. Because yes, we do have elements. We are made of elements. She is from the Virtues family. She is created by the angels who are in the Virtues family. And she is a gift from Jehovah to me. Now, the fire twin has more fire, more passion. This is what we know as twin flame. And because it's very passionate, very fiery, it's very raw, it's very real, and it hurts a lot. That is that basis of that element, that feeling that we get when we are in that type of a connection. And then you have an earth twin. With an earth twin, this literally may be a romantic relationship. It can also be a friend. Somebody who, what I can say is not tangible, but more on materialistic, kind of materialistic. You might not be able to get along with this person as much. There might not be such an intense feeling in comparison to what you would feel with a fire energy. Now, you also have a water twin. Water twin is someone who you are connected with in your lifetime. This person may make you very vulnerable, very emotional. You may also rely on this person a lot because they may provide you with emotional stability. This is what you call a water twin. And then you have an air twin. These are connections that we have, and it's just one connection. They come and go in our life, very airy. So I asked my angel, and these were written in, I guess you can say, in order of immensity. The feeling is more for fire twin, less for earth twin, even lesser for water twin, and the least amount of intensity in any type of relationship in terms of love and romance you would feel would be with an air twin. But there is still connection with these people in our lifetime, because ever since the time your soul was created, these things have come along with you. You have been born and brought up in a different time period. Your twin might have been born up in a different time period. That's very typical. So a twin flame, now that I've explained that, a twin flame itself is that part of you who is literally your other half. You are cut from the same cloth. You can feel the same things. It's a very unique, very personal, very deep connection. And there's only one twin flame on the entire planet for you. Sometimes you meet this person in your lifetime. Sometimes you do not. Sometimes you are meant to fall in love and you are meant to be married or in a long-term committed relationship. And sometimes you're not. Now that I've explained that, what I want to get into is how to recognize a twin flame, because a lot of people get confused between a twin flame and a soulmate. Let's just say on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a soulmate who you would be happy getting married to or in a long-term committed relationship. A twin flame is not even up to out of 10. It goes up to, if it's 1 to 10, it's like a 15 or 20. That's the feeling, intensity, obsession, craziness. It's unnatural. And why is it unnatural? Physically and emotionally, it's unnatural because it is based on spirituality. It's very spiritual, which is why it is so intense. It illuminates and brings to life all of your energy centers, all of your chakras, your kundalini, everything at one point will become awake. This is why the connection is so ridiculously intense. Now, recognizing a twin flame. So when you are in a time in your life, you might be in a crisis or there's issues in your life, which is the Storing Virtues card, Angel Therapy. It's a twin flame card, and what it says here, the answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. People sometimes get this card, they don't really understand. Now, the meaning of the card and the meaning of a twin flame, why does a twin flame come into our lives? It's not by coincidence, it is by fate, it is written, and it's in your destiny to run into your twin during a time when he or she needs you the most. Either you need them or they need you. Usually this is a time when they are going through trauma. They just don't want to live anymore. Or they have certain issues that keep haunting them. And you are that best friend from the universe who understands them like no other, who does not judge them, who loves them unconditionally. And the funny thing is about this relationship, it automatically happens. There is no need to grow. You are already feeling it as soon as you meet the person. You look into their eyes, you hear their voice, and you feel as if you've known this person forever. There is this knowingness, there is this feeling of being with this person, what you would call another life. And yes, you have been with this person. With the era that we're in now, Yes, your twin flame would have been married to you in the past. Not necessarily in your past life, but it could have been many, many hundreds, even thousands of years ago. With myself personally, 600 years ago. That's a long time. But what's interesting to note is that when you meet this person, you literally feel at home, as if this person is a part of you. They're a part of your family. They're even more closer to you than your family. Because inherently, on a spiritual level, this person makes you feel as though you are part of them and they are part of you. And that is what it is. You're cut from the same cloth, basically. That's what it comes down to. You can feel their feelings. They can feel yours. It's a relationship like none other. And it usually happens, guys, when you can't get the person. Usually you are in a relationship. Either you are married or you have other commitments, or the other person is married and has commitments. And there is this factor where there's boundaries that stop you from getting together. And it really hurts. There's many phases to it. So I'm going to get into that in just a bit. So there is a feeling of being very intuitive with this person. You can literally feel their feelings, their fears. When they're happy, you feel happy, and you do not have to be in front of this person to have these feelings. Because you're both twins, energetically, those cords, metaphysically, they are connected. When he laughs, you laugh. When she cries, you suddenly feel sad. It's that type of a relationship. And some of us know that we have twin flames. Some of us don't know. We don't even know where they are. You'll also notice that there's similar interests and talents. So, for example, with myself, I enjoy music. I enjoy singing. It turns out that my twin flame also does voiceovers. That's just a simple example, which is very unique, it's very different in a way, because yes, we do different things, but you see, we're still using the same skill, the voice. Similarly, there could be that one of you likes to watch war movies, anything related to military, let's just say. And it could be that your other half, your twin, has an interest in that. But it's just a type of feeling that you have where there's this familiarity. It's really unique, and it's something that's very rare that not a lot of people get. But this person gets you. And the reason why they get you is because they are a part of you. They understand where you are coming from. It's a very different feeling than a soulmate. Soulmate is someone who is not the same as you. It is a completely different individual. You'll also start to feel this physical pull where you want to be near your twin flame. And it is to the point where it might make you cry. That, oh my God, I can't have her. Oh my God, I can't have him. It is so intense and emotional. It turns into an obsession for some. This is a very strong part and pull. This pull is very strong. You literally may stop eating. You can't sleep at night properly. And it's not just a feeling of being in love or anything like that. It's this feeling of not knowing why I'm falling for this person so much, even though I'm in a committed relationship, or even though I have other priorities. How is it that I can't stop thinking about this person? You also have a feeling of belonging to this person, the feeling of feeling at home, feeling one with this person. Also, understanding their pain and feeling their pain and providing them with unconditional love. Now, there are some stages that people go through, and the first stage is feeling the sense of yearning or searching. You might not be actually searching for somebody. However, subconsciously, you may be sending out those signals that I'm in such dire straits, I need help, which is where this card comes in, that you may have a question, you may have an issue, and so the universe provides. There are certain circumstances that are created in which you end up meeting this person, because in your life, stuff has gone so above and beyond normal that you cannot handle life anymore the way it is, and you need that extra support. This person also acts like a counselor, and they understand what you're going through, and they don't judge you. They're just there to listen, which is the most amazing feeling, because you feel very relieved, and you feel as though you've spoken to somebody that you've known your whole life. There's no feeling of being a stranger with this person. And then you have the awakening stage, where you realize, which is what I'm talking about, that, oh my goodness, I really connect with this person so much. How is this even possible? And if you've heard of the term twin flame, you might ask, is this person my twin flame? So then the awakening part happens, where you or the other person may want to explore more and get more information on the topic, learn more about it. You will also feel a lot of emotions, emotional pain, emotional happiness with this person, and spiritual and physical, all three. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, you will feel this with this person. They tick all the boxes. And it does not matter if you are married, if you're divorced, if you're not looking for love, it does not matter. This person is a part of you. And they're made for you in that way, where you need somebody. This is someone you can always rely on. However, because of the type of mindset that we have on the planet, and the experiences and the things that all of us go through, we're not open to receiving something like this so willingly. We doubt and we wonder, because we think on the 3D realm, is this person going to be a good fit? Are they manipulating me? We have all these doubts. So no, it's not easy trusting someone, because when you logically think about it, it doesn't make sense. But if you emotionally and spiritually think about it, you don't understand why it makes so much sense. There is a feeling, the fourth stage is very overwhelmed. The feeling of overwhelming desire, obsession, not wanting to be away from this person, the feeling of wanting to be close to this person. I sometimes use the example of being a letter and an envelope. You feel like you want to be so close to this person that you want to be the letter, and you want them to be the envelope, encompassing you, just loving you, just covering you up, nurturing you and protecting you. It's vice versa. Both divine feminine and masculine nurture and protect and guide and counsel one another. And then comes the feelings. So usually what does happen is there is an insane amount of attraction, physical attraction, so much desire that it is almost considered, for some people it would be considered forbidden, because you may literally be in a relationship with someone else. And so what happens is one becomes the runner, and then the other becomes the chaser. One follows, the other chases. So one person pursues the other. And then finally, when it gets to that stage, then suddenly there is a shift. This is by default, it happens. It's very common. Because once that person physically gets hold of the other, they come to the realization that this is not just about something physical. This is about something more spiritual and emotional. Once they realize this, they will start to pull back, because the feeling is overwhelming. It's something that they have never ever felt in their entire life. It is so overwhelming that they will let go of the love of their life, who would be you. And they will try to retreat and get back and think that, what am I doing? Am I using this person because I think I might just love this person? So usually with twin flames, because it's a flame, it's your fire twin, there is this absolute pull, desire, fire, heat, passion. There's this pull towards this person, and you can't control it. It's very, very difficult to control it. That desire can get you in trouble. That desire can make you fall into depression, even spiritual depression and actual psychological depression. So it is a very intense connection, and it's very difficult to handle it. There's no actual way you can really handle the situation, because you can't avoid this person because this person is your twin. Yes, there are some people who avoid it. However, what happens is it comes back in a circle. You just can't avoid it because this person's a part of you. And then, yes, you have the stage where there's no contact. So eventually this person will back off. They won't want to talk to you because they are overwhelmed. And then they start realizing what they have done. And they'll realize all of the hurt and pain and sorrow that they've had in their entire life. There's a life review that this person starts to have. And it's because you have opened up that side of them. They were looking to maybe be in a physical relationship with you. However, what happened was there was a switch. There was a change. They suddenly realized that that spiritual side of them is so strong, so much love, so overpowering and overwhelming. They are not able to use you or manipulate you or be in a short-term relationship with you, because the relationship that they feel with you is divine. So they can't do that to you. They don't feel it's right. And so they feel guilty about their life. And then they feel very bad about what they've done, not just to you, but to other people. What kind of a person am I? They will retreat. They won't talk to many. They might even be depressed. They might start addictions, trying to distract themselves from other things, anything but you. However, it can only happen for so long. And eventually what happens is, yes, they do come around. It could take months, it could take years. And I'm saying years, not just one or two. It could be much more than that. Because this is something that this individual needs to learn on a spiritual level. And the person needs to evolve and grow organically. It cannot be rushed. It cannot be hurried into and provide them with wisdom and knowledge, because they themselves have to feel it. At one point, which is the 6th stage, they will begin to surrender. Either you will surrender to them, they will surrender to you, which is a feeling of, yes, I'm yours, I belong to you. Now, does this mean that you will be in a long-term committed relationship, or that one of you might leave your spouses, or both of you might leave your spouses and be together? Some people do this, yes, and some people do not. Some people get into a third-party situation, having an affair. And because you have been married to this twin flame in your past lives, either the past life or hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, you have still had that sexual connection with this person because they were your spouse. This is why you feel that familiar feeling with them, because you've already been with them in that way. You may have had children with them. You've lived with them in a home. You've raised a family. This is why you feel so connected with your twin flame. And this is why it's very difficult to let go of somebody who you have loved with your soul for the entire time that you have existed, not just in this lifetime, but your soul. This is why when you have that feeling of romance, it's not something new. It stems from something that started long, long, long ago. And then you have, finally, when all is said and done, fingers crossed, there is a time when there is a joining and a reunion. And finally, balance is restored in the relationship. And this time, the balance is not just physical. It is spiritual, emotional, and physical. Most twin flame relationships do end up being very intimate because you can't control it. It's just, you literally need someone to put someone in chains. It's very difficult. And it's very important for me to help people understand that yes, there is a difference between soulmates as well as twin flames. This is why twin flame relationship is so deep. It hurts so much. Now, I know I've kind of gone over my time, which I thought, but I have my cards here. And what I wanted to do, I just want to put some cards out because I want to show you what it's like through the phases with an illustration. So when you meet this person, hopefully you can see these cards. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to do this. All right. So when you meet this person, you will feel a sense of mothering or nurturing, caring and protecting. This is something that you will feel. And you won't understand why you're feeling this because it's going to be literally out of the blue. When you meet this person, you will also feel that they are like your hearth and home. You feel at home with them. You feel warmth. You feel as if they don't judge you. You can talk to them about anything. And then it makes you wonder, why did this person come into my life? Is there something beyond what I have right now in this physical life? Was it maybe the heavens that brought this person into my life? Because it's a mystery. It's very different, very unique. The relationship is something that's very unearthly. So why did this person come into my life? And why now? Why couldn't they come 10, 20 years ago? Why couldn't they come at a later time? Why couldn't they come at a certain time when I could have actually been with this person? Why do they make it so difficult? Why are they here in my life now? This is a card, guys, that really, really gets the attention because twin flames usually do have an age gap. That is very common. And then you do come to the realization, ecstasy, that this person does have this feeling of making you eternally blissful, making you so happy, not really knowing how and why you feel so happy, but they make you happy. You also feel nourishment, fulfillment, the sense that this person makes you feel spiritually, emotionally, and physically satisfied. Everything is perfect with this person. Your energy centers, all of your chakras are awoke, and then you also have your kundalini that starts to shake up a bit. This person really makes you feel energized. They make you feel young again, alive again. They make you want to live life again. Laughter. And then you realize that this person really does make you laugh. You have a great time with them. They are almost like your best friend, even if you've just known them for a few days, weeks, or months. It's just, this person makes you feel as though you can be yourself. Literally yourself. More than what you would be with your spouse. All right. Then comes a phase after that where most of us may be in a relationship already. And then this person becomes very tempting. Temptation, it's almost as if it's forbidden love. However, this person makes you feel weak, vulnerable. They're very tempting, very seductive, even if they don't try. But you can see and you can feel this pull towards this person, even if you are not trying. And do understand that you're not the only one who feels this. The other person does too. Your twin feels the same way. This is the card Shape-Shifting. This is my third party card. Now, if you are in a situation where you are either committed to another person, either you're married or you're common law partner, whatever, you are with your partner, however, your eyes are towards the twin flame. Your attachment, your desire, your mind is only focused on the other person, not on the person that you are with at home. It is that intense. And then after that intensity, you think, hey, should I even be in this relationship? Where has my twin been my whole life? Maybe I should leave my wife. Maybe I should leave my husband. Maybe I should leave my partner because I'm not satisfied. I realize I'm not satisfied. This is the Crossroads card, and it talks about decisions. At one point you may feel, or this person, whoever we're reading for, the person who is a twin flame who realizes this, who is becoming aware of the connection, will want to leave their spouse or their partner. They only do this because they are completely head over heels in love with the twin flame. They don't know why. They don't know how. They just know that they do. And keep in mind, the love is not only for physical intimacy. The love is spiritual love, which is beyond physical intimacy. But because of life's responsibilities and issues that we all have and commitments that we all have, and what beliefs we have, what will the family think? What will this person think? A lot of beliefs and issues get in the way, and then this becomes very challenging for people. It's very difficult to move on. People don't know how to move on, and it does lead to a lot of illness in the mind, in the heart, a lot of heartache and pain. This is the challenge card. So it is challenging. The entire situation becomes very challenging for not just one individual, but for both. Especially for the person who has become awoke and they want their twin flame. They know what they want. But the twin flame has not yet become enlightened either. Usually it's just one-sided in the beginning. And then there is the time of grief, where you feel that I'm never going to get my twin flame. He or she doesn't love me, they don't see me, they don't recognize me, they don't want me. There is a sense of loss, as though you are grieving. And I don't say this lightly, but you may feel like a grieving widow. That's the type of intensity, as though you have lost something in your life, as if the person has passed away. This is the type of feeling. It is that intense. This is the feeling of a twin flame. And then, not only that, but during this time, during this phase, the Divine Masculine often, doesn't have to be all the time though, goes through what they call a dark night of the soul. They start to realize and recognize who they are, what they're doing, why they're doing the things that they're doing. And it's a life review, trying to accept everything that they have done, trying to live with it, trying to move on with it. Essentially what happens is they rebuild themselves. And then there's a time when you or your twin flame will be in denial. They just don't want to deal with it. You just don't want to deal with it. You'd rather hide your feelings. You don't want to show how you feel. It's a passing phase. Maybe we'll grow out of it. No, that's not going to happen. You can't grow out of your own self. It's a part of who you are. Now, after that, you do get what you call here order and chaos. Because you can't bury it, because it's so intense, it starts to turn into a storm inside of your heart, inside of your mind. It is that intense. Everything around you is full of clouds, thick clouds, and you're not able to do anything about it. You're not able to go anywhere, do anything, take a path. You're not able to see where you're headed, so you just stay stuck. And you just keep thinking on and on about, how can I fix this situation? But you cannot find a way out because you are surrounded by clouds. And then finally, at some point, you may feel as though, you know what, I have to give up. I just can't take it anymore. Healing. You may retreat, or this person may retreat. Usually, the person who is starting to realize this, who is going through the dark night of the soul, they retreat first. They start to ignore you. There's no contact for a while. And what they're trying to do is actually heal from the entire situation, from their life, because you have made them realize something. And you yourself will try to retreat, put yourself in isolation, try to contemplate things. See everything that you have done in your life and how good it's been and what you've done that you think is bad. It's almost like a life review, but you do turn into a hermit for a while. You don't want to discuss much with anybody, nothing, not even your spouse. The love that you have for your spouse or your partner may decrease over this time period. For some inexplicable reason, even if they are great people, you literally might have less love for them and start to have more love for the person who is connecting with you as a twin flame. After you have healed, there is a sense of wisdom. People start to feel wiser. They feel as if they've done some research, figured things out, and they're ready to take action, ready to be that better person. After that, there is a sense of realization, an awakening moment. You become aware of certain feelings that you have that you cannot deny anymore. And that is love. The feeling of love is so intense, you can't stop thinking about this person. This person makes you feel as though life is just full of milk and honey. Caring, beauty, love, compassion, unconditional love. Those are the feelings that you get when you're in this type of connection. And it just makes you happy. It makes you smile. It makes your spirit smile. This is the kind of love where you just smile on your own and you're just happy. And people might ask you, what's up with you? Is there something new? But then what happens? The feeling of love is so overwhelming. This is the crisis card. The feeling of love is so overwhelming that the person, you or the other person, will go through a crisis. Literally, mental anguish, anxiety, feeling overwhelmed with emotions, not knowing what to do, where to go, where to hide. You just don't know how to deal with it. You just can't deal with it because it is emotionally, physically out of your control. The amount of love that you have for this person. And then there will be boundaries. You will try, and this person may try, to reboot whatever it is that you have. And then they might be some type of no contact. There will be no communication for some time. You will both be healing, And there will be this sense of boundaries between you. And then there's the fear card. The fear card comes in when, during the stage when you're going through all of these emotions as a twin flame connection, after you have put up boundaries, there's two feelings. One, the feeling of losing the person that you're deeply in love with, who you think is your twin flame. And the other fear is, how am I going to be in this connection with this person because it's so intense? So there's two types of fears here. But in all honesty, the connection is not easy. That's why there is so much fear involved. It's also nervousness. The connection is so intense that it makes the other person nervous. But again, like I said, if it's on a scale of 1 to 10, this is like a 15, 20. This is the type of intensity I'm talking about. Eventually, there's going to be a feeling of wanting to make things right. Things have to be fixed. We can't go on like this. We have been ignoring each other for too long. Both people need to feel this in order for a union to happen. However, this card here is the Justice card, and justice does mean that there has been some type of injustice and imbalance where balance has to be restored, has to be made. Things need to be fixed. And why do you want to fix it? Because this is the Cycles card. You can't stop thinking about it. It haunts you over and over again. The connection itself is so intense that you cannot get this person off of your mind, to the point where you may start to obsess. Eventually, you just give up and you surrender. You surrender to this person. You surrender to their love. What do you surrender? Your mind, your body, your emotions, and a part of your spirit. You surrender to this person willingly, because you feel as if you belong to this person and this person belongs to you. But confessing it and saying it, it's a whole different thing. Spiritually, both of you will feel this. You will know what they feel, and they'll know what you feel. But will somebody come out and actually say this? It's very rare. Especially the divine masculine. That part of them, or that part of the divine masculine, will find it a bit difficult to confess. They may, but it's not as easy. Then there is a feeling of finally feeling centered. There is a spiritual recognition between both souls where you feel like the yin and the yang. If you are the sun, they are the moon. Like salt and pepper. Perfect combo. That's the type of feeling that ends up being created, because you finally realize, and they finally realize, that yes, this person is so perfect. There's really nothing that I can say that's different about them. They're so much like me. They get me. The last card I have here is relationship. Eventually, over many moons, this person will see what you're like with other people and how other people are like with you, and they like what they see. You will want to naturally be together, because in the relationship, there's a lot of nurturing, there's a lot of caring and loving. There is so much love, unconditional love, that one of you, both of you, will want to be in a relationship together. This could be simply a friendship, best friend, or it literally could be lovers. But the feeling of being in a relationship will be very strong. This was the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So, in addition to that, these are Doreen Virtues cards, angel answer cards. So yes, you will receive romance, but what kind of romance is this? This is divine romance. So these are spirits. So this is the divine masculine and the divine feminine spirits meeting. It's a meeting of the spirits and the soul. It's not the meeting of the physical, slightly emotional, yes, but very much so spiritual. That's the type of connection this is. And then all of the hurt and the pain that was being caused, there is a recovery. You will start to feel better after you get into this connection again. You will start to naturally feel healthy, better, spiritually, emotionally, physically. You will feel as if, I'm going to say it, as if you're young again. It's literally that refreshing. The feeling is very intense. It's very real. Not everybody gets a twin flame in their life where they meet them. And people who do meet their twin flame don't necessarily end up in romantic relationships. However, the purpose of the twin flame is that they're in our lives to teach us about our spiritual path, to teach us about love, unconditional love, to teach us about things that are within us that we have not learned ourselves, and to change those things that we can change but we just refuse to change, which may be bad for us. They help us become better people. But getting to that end phase, it's a struggle. It's not easy. I do many readings, and I have a lot of soulmates I see. It's very rare that I come across twin flames, but when I do, those are the cases that are very deep. They hurt a lot. And I understand it, because I've been there, done that. Which is why I'm able to explain these things to you guys in such depth. So for those of you who now understand what a twin flame is, you can actually see the difference. Are you really connected with a person? Is it just physical, or is it actually an insane amount of spiritual? Because if it's spiritual and it's off the charts, you know that it's above and beyond. This person is your twin flame. So I hope I've been able to clarify the connection of a twin flame, because a lot of people confuse soulmate with twin flame. A lot of people don't believe that a twin flame exists. I didn't know we even had fire twins, water twins, earth twins, and air twins. I literally learned that recently from my angel guide. That's amazing. We have many, many connections that span over many lifetimes. Some are strong, some are weak. But we're all connected, no matter where we're born. We somehow end up meeting each other in some way. All right then. With that being said, I hope I have enlightened some of you, and I hope now you might know more about what exactly a twin flame is. All right, you take care, stay safe, and I hope you enjoyed the video. All right then, bye.